Hello and welcome to the April update from the Tau team. So without further ado, I'll pass it over to Karim for his update from the dev team. Cheers.
Thank you, Fola, and welcome everyone to the development team update for the month of April. So Tomáš continued his work on removing the TML parser, the old TML parser, and he was successful in doing that. But in order to do so, he had to re-implement several transformations and several features and built-in. But that's done now, which is a good step towards the release. And he also continued testing or retesting type resolution. David is working both on TML and Tau these days. On the TML side, he's continued to remove some code that is not being used anymore, and he's addressing a lot of the issues that are raised by SonarQube, such as security issues and bug fixes, and just general code that did not pass muster with SonarQube. On the TML side, he's reviewed Ohad's first implementation of Tau. He's also reorganizing all the Tau code to make it CMake and CTest friendly. And he's also writing or rewriting the implementation or first implementation of Boolean algebras, which is fundamental for Tau going forward. Lucca Tiemens has continued his work on the 2CNF extraction. Now that that's done, on the extraction side is done, he's working on re-implementing the basic operations of the BDD library with the 2CNF extraction. So hopefully we'll see some improvements in the BDD library performance coming from that. And Umar continued his work on garbage collection, basically collecting all the completed and scanned items. And he implemented also reference counting to be able to garbage collect even more old item, and that's all to allow us to save some memory and be able to treat a much larger problem. He's also kept doing some regression testing to make sure that the garbage collection did not break any existing code. Whereas Andrei on the Agoras Live side, he's been working on some of the last issues debugging Agoras Live, but he's also been active with Juan and myself on the Tau chain side as well, and we've made some progress on that side. But we'll tell you later about it. That's it for the development team. I'll pass it back to you, Fola.
Thank you very much, Karim. So I'll pass it over to Tomáš for his update for the month.
Hello everyone. This month I've worked mostly on removing the old parser and on transformations of the parsed tree of TML, namely macros, nested programs, sequences, and condition. I had to revise the transformation of first order formula since this has to happen before any transformations adding guards to rules. I've removed the option fixed point step since we can detect the fixed point programmatically. I've re-implemented debugging command line options, print updates, and TML updates as transformation. I've been also working on retesting and fixing type resolution regression tests. That's all from me this month. Thank you.
All right, fantastic. Thank you so much. So I'll pass it over to David for his update for the month.
Thank you, Fola. Hi, everyone. This month I've been working in the Tau language, more precisely. I've been coding and testing the product Boolean algebra of several ones. The idea behind this is just to use one template parameter instead of dealing with parameter packs in C++. I also reorganized the source code in order to make it CTest and CMake friendly and have a proper GitHub option. So each time we make a commit, everything is checked and built. Now I'm writing the infrastructure that we need to transform Tau language programs for their execution. And regarding TML, I have finished the cleanup and I have reviewed all the hotspots that we have detected by SonarQube, and I have changed also the GitHub actions to integrate properly with CTest as I did in the Tau language. And that's all for the month. Thank you very much.
Fantastic, fantastic. Thank you so much, David. And I'll ask Andrei for his update for the month.
Hello, everyone. Last month, aside of working on Agoras Live and fixing the last bits of issues we have left there, I also had an urgent task of starting with our team to work on Tau chain. So I built a custom blockchain, especially for our needs, that is based on proof of stake mechanism. I created several nodes and gave it to our guys to test transactions and how everything worked, to be more or less comfortable with it. And next month, I hopefully finish finally Agoras Live. I'm really looking forward to it. Thank you, everyone.
All right, fantastic. Thank you very much, Andrei. So I'll pass it over to Lucca for his update for the month.
Thank you, Fowler. Hello, everyone. So this month, I've been mainly working on a document outlining the current status of the 2CNF extraction project. And there I'm now detailing how the BDD operations, the basic Boolean operations, will look like under the assumption of extracted 2CNFs. And we started this task after the achievement of a canonical 2CNF data structure, which we achieved last month. So there's still some ongoing research tasks on certain aspects in these BDD operations, but generally I've been able to make good progress this month. Aside from that, I continued also on the implementation side of the 2CNF extraction project. And there I mainly redesigned the 2CNF universe, because we decided to remove the input inverters on those in order to clearly or to strictly separate the 2CNF and the BD part in all instances. And yeah, that's been my month. Thank you, and I'll pass it back to Fowler.
Fantastic. Thank you very much, Lucca. So I'll pass it over to Umar for his update for the month.
Hi, team. So this month, mainly we have achieved the completion of the garbage collection algorithm, version 1, which actually can safely remove and collect completed items and scanned items. And we have seen that in the test that nearly on average 60 to 70% of the items get garbage collected while the parsing is progressing. So there are some future work items in this space, for example, to refactor the storage of the early items, impact on the binarization and other aspects of the parsing algorithm, but they'll be taken care of in the upcoming. Thank you.
All right, fantastic. Thank you very much, Umar. So I'll pass it over to Ohad to wrap it up for the dev team.
So I continue the effort of patenting and implementing the Tau language, and continuing the effort of more natively supporting knowledge representation in the language. So we switched, by we I mean Professor Fanconi and Professor Paris and me, from working on the guarded fragment, and now we work on the 2 variable fragment. Yeah, we see some interesting initial insights. Let's hope it will continue this way.
All right, fantastic. Thank you very much, Ohad. And that's it from the dev team. So thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you next month.